Hello and welcome to yet another episode of On the Spot. I'm your host, Rich Gallup, and you may notice that on my right, we're missing Ryan MacDonald, and we traded him for another Ryan Davis. How's it going, Ryan?
I'm doing pretty good, Rich. How you doing?
I'm doing very well, and you're joined, of course, with Greg Kasavin. Greg, what are you doing right now?
I'm in a very close Guilty Gear X2 reload match, and one more hit and I'm going to die, but let's see if I can...
If you want
one
to
more
play
hit and he's going to die, so...
If you want to play against Greg in Guilty Gear X2, # reload,
#1010,
log on to Xbox Live and look for the Xbox Live gamer tag Game Spotting.
Game Spotting, that's correct.
Great. So Ryan, what kind of show we got coming up today?
Well, today we're going to take a look at our upcoming TGS coverage. That's the Tokyo Game Show. That's going to start happening soon, within the next
2 hours.
Next 2 hours.
At 6 p.m. Pacific time. It'll be 10 a.m. Japan time.
But that'll be like in 2006.
Exactly. It'll be 10 a.m. Japan time, Friday, December 39th.
Right. I think that's about right. So we're going to have some stuff about that. We're going to be looking at some of the what's going on over there in Tokyo. We're also going to be looking at the new Sega game.
That's right. We have a very special announcement. It's a Sega game. I can't say anything more. Just wait, and we'll show you. You're waiting for it. Trust me. Ryan, what else we got?
We're also going to be looking at the three big RTS games that came out this week. There was Rome Total War.
Rome Total War.
There was Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War.
Dawn of War.
And there's Kohan 2
Kings of War.
Kings of War. That's a lot of war.
That's some war. There's a little theme going on there.
Cool.
And then we're also going to test out. We've got Donkey Konga here. We've got the bongo drum controllers for the GameCube. We
have the drums here. Can't wait to hit on them. Are we going to show people how to use the drums?
We'll show you how to use the drums. We'll show you the pro techniques, pro tips for Donkey Konga. We'll look at some of the songs that are on the game, and then continuing with the musical theme, we're also going to show a little bit of a rap battle.
That's right. Get on to Mike. Our friends at IDOS brought that by earlier this week, and our own Ryan Davis and Jeff Gersman both tried their hand at it. We're going to see who was the better rapper at Get on to Mike.
Yeah, I guess we will.
Speaking of microphones, Greg, currently on your right, you have a very fancy microphone.
That's
if we could, will you lose if we have you hold it up for a second?
I sure might.
All right, well,
let's see. I'll just turtle up here for a second.
Greg will hold up the microphone.
It's a very strange and small.
Can you hold up a little longer, actually, for us so we can get a zoom in on it? Thank you. It's the Plantronics Gamecom X20. Plantronics is the same company that is making the Halo 2 headset, and they designed the original Xbox Live headset, I'm pretty sure. They sent this along to GameSpot Hardware, and it looks really cool. Greg has never tested it. It looks kind of crazy. It's got this weird loop on it where you'll be, I think you put that underneath your earlobe. Greg's going to try it. If his ear erupts in a shower of blood, that'll make all the better a show, but I can't wait to see it. It's gonna be cool. So that's that. And yes, as we said, if you want to play against Greg in Guilty Gear X2 # reload, Xbox Live gamer tag is Game Spotting. And as with every episode of On the Spot, if you want to ask us questions, I already have a whole stack of them right here. If you're a GameSpot Complete member, you see the form on the page right now. Just fill out your question. Tell us who you are, where you're from, what's your question. Bob is running questions for us this week because Homer's off in Japan. So he'll bring them to me. We'll ask him. It'll be a good time. So Ryan Davis, TGS. The Tokyo Game Show.
Yes, it's happening, as we said earlier, in a scant few hours from now.
We have a bazillion people from the GameSpot office.
Yeah, a whole lot of editors are over in Tokyo right now. They're seeing a bunch of stuff. We're actually looking at a bunch of stuff that we can't really talk about beforehand, before the show, and then we will be covering the show full on live, and then we'll also have some more surprises after the fact. But one of the big stories, one of the big things that we're going to be having coming from TGS this year is, without question, a lot of PSP hands-on stuff. Sony is going to be showing off a lot of new stuff that we just haven't seen before. It's going to be the first time that we're going to actually get to play with it. So that's going to be really exciting stuff from TGS. And as always, there's just a million crazy surprises.
So the PSP is the Sony PlayStation Portable. We got to see a little bit at E3. It wasn't really playable. Greg, what's your thoughts on the PlayStation Portable?
Well, it certainly looks cool. It's just there's so many questions about it, and there are these lingering questions that Sony's been sort of mum about, and they're very important, like things like, the battery life and all that kind of stuff. But as a device, it certainly looks interesting, and the games we're starting to hear about look cool. The footage we've seen and the quality of the image and so forth. So, I mean, it looks really promising, and it's also just, I guess it's sort of an attitude of cautious optimism about how it's finally going to pan out. But we'll find out soon enough.
It will be interesting to see how well it can handle, because it plays discs with a laser just like a traditional, PlayStation does.
But if you want to rattle it violently as you're losing, and
if you're on the train, is it going to be okay?
There's also the large screen to think about as far as the battery life of it, which is, personally, that's my big concern about the unit is the battery life, because they really haven't been saying a whole lot about that.
And there's also like the wear and tear factor, like a Game Boy Advance. I'm sorry, you can throw it in your backpack. You don't have to worry about that.
My dog chewed mine up, and it still works fine.
That's awesome. That screen on the PlayStation Portable, can it hold up to that?
Well, I'm not sure we'll be able to answer those questions just yet, but we are going to have a lot of cool coverage of games for the PSP from the show. We actually already have some cool first looks at 2 of EA's PSP launch titles up on the site right now for Tiger Woods PGA Tour and for Need for Speed Underground Rivals. So after the show, go ahead and check that stuff out. That's really cool.
Also, speaking of like some nice exclusive information, we have for you a developer interview hot off the presses from Japan, from Sega. You're going to learn more about the game in a couple hours on the site, but here is your first look at Shining Tears.
So as you know, Shining series started 10 years ago, back in the Genesis days, and the series sort of took a break during Dreamcast days, and they're returning with a new Shining series titles with three new titles in the lineup. So those 2 PS2 titles are just completely brand new. So the overall story is that your quest is to protect the fort that you live in, and enemies will come attacking from the valley. It's basically mission-based, and again, this is only a TGS version. So you have 6 characters for the TGS show. The members of characters or the numbers of character will vary, depends on where you are in the story. So the main character lost all his memories from the past, and he finds himself with this magical ring on his finger. So when the main character, when he has the dark side of the personality, he's more aggressive, more hands-on, melee kind of fighter. But when he's on the light side, his personality is on the light side, then his attack is more based on magic attacks. This is one of the unique point of the game, of this game is in particular, is, in the past you've seen RPGs where you have your AI is basically following you around and attacking at will, but this game will actually let you control your partner with the right stick and R1 and R2 buttons. So it depends on which partner you select, you can experience a totally different type of game. It'll be released in November in Japan. It'll be coming to US shortly after.
Shining Tears, part of the long-standing Shining Force series. Greg, Ryan, you guys excited?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
We will have more on this game live on the site later, but
in a couple hours.
There's a good first taste of the game. So and that's very indicative of sort of the stuff that we're going to be having coming from Japan over the next several days. So
exactly. Now the site will be updated with more TGS content for how long are we looking at?
Oh, basically all over the weekend.
All weekend long. I mean, it's going to start, like we said, tonight, and then it's going to just be nonstop. The TGS is crazy. TGS is like it's Japan's E3, which if you think about E3 is crazy enough, but then when you're in Tokyo and no one speaks the language, then it's also
No one speaks what language? What are you trying to say?
The language. I'm sorry, but yeah, when you don't speak the language,
right?
It's makes it for that much more of an intense experience.
There's also the added element of the fact that only the first day of the show is closed to the public.
That's right. Then it's a total free for all. So they like adding extra challenges in Japan. God bless them.
It's cool, sure, but they also have they have the machines where they'll microwave your food for you.
That's true. Yeah, I've been hearing back from. Yes, microwave machines.
I missed an adjective. Vending machines.
Yes, no, I've been hearing all about the vending machines as well. We've also been hearing about some other games before the show has even started. We've got a little extra something on Johnny Whatever.
Exactly, from Warthog, the UK-based developer, but I think actually it's made in Warthog, Texas, I think is making this game. Tell us about Johnny Whatever.
Well, I know only a very little bit about it, but I am personally very excited about it. It is a rhythm-based action game where you play this character that is sort of like this futuristic, alternate dimension, Sid Vicious-looking character who has to fight off sort of, I guess, a robotic version of Margaret Thatcher, which, you know what? I'm sold right there. Just you pitch that to me, and I'm already into it. And we have some video of it on the site, and we have some impressions of it from Japan.
That's right. Brad wrote a hands-on story, and actually, what's even more exciting about Johnny Whatever is that it's not for this generation of consoles.
That's right.
For the next generation.
That's right. Yeah,
and if you look at the footage right now, you might say, well, this doesn't look very future to me. That's because they're planning on moving the game. Right now, it's on the Unreal 2 engine, and they're planning on moving it to the Unreal 3 engine soon, and that'll, of course, make everything look that much nastier. And Johnny Whatever can play his on the demo. He plays some Metallica, he plays some AC/DC.
I think there's some Iron Butterfly in there.
There is. Now, I believe the hands-on impression story that Brad wrote said these aren't necessarily the songs they've licensed for the game yet. These are just for the demo. So this is what they were saying, this is what the game could be like. You can convert these poor automaton citizens of 1980s future whatever England into these punk rocker guys with mohawks that'll follow you around.
Yeah, no, it sounds fantastic, and I like the way, just from the video clip that we have so far, I like the way that just you playing the game, it seems like it sort of provides the soundtrack for the game. That seems like a really organic way to use the music in a rhythm game like that. So
should be cool.
Very cool. Very cool.
Speaking of cool, Greg, how are you doing right now in Guilty Gear?
Well, a few minutes ago I would have said I was doing well, but this particular round isn't going so well.
Oh, the tables have turned.
Yeah. He's catching on to my dirty tricks, or lack thereof. Rather, I'm falling prey to his, but...
And if you'd like to play against Greg in Guilty Gear X2, pound sign, number reload,
star 69
on the Xbox, get on Xbox Live, look for the live tag Game Spotting. Game Spotting with 2 T's in the middle there. Look for them, play against it, it will be a good time. Now, this week, beyond TGS, this has been a crazy week for everyone here at the GameSpot office.
It has been a crazy couple of weeks, but yes, this week in specific has been pretty intense with the new releases.
There have been a ton of new releases. Let's see, Def Jam Fight for New York.
There's that, which is a great sequel to Def Jam Vendetta, last year's hip-hop wrestling hybrid craziness, which everyone was real sort of doubting Thomas's about beforehand, but that one proved to be really good, and this one is even better.
I like what they said. It said, you know what isn't street? Hitting people. So now let's just make everyone get knocked out.
That's right.
That's how things are handled.
Because throwing them in front of the train is how they do it on the streets.
Exactly. What else? Star Wars Battlefront's another game that's come out.
There you go. It's Battlefield 1942 in Star Wars. That's a
shooting Ewoks.
Shooting Ewoks, so who doesn't like that?
I love that they put that in the commercial for that game. It's
It's very wise. I'm sure that was you can imagine that was probably like a really controversial thing that went down over there. They were like, we can't show that. How did that even make it in the game? We have to show it.
It's great.
So that's coming from Pandemic, who also had their release of the PC version of Full Spectrum Warrior Combat this week. So
that's right.
They had double the releases this week. Also, there was X-Men Legends.
X-Men Legends. That's like the action RPG game featuring the X-Men.
I think it's something like Diablo with mutants, or some close approximation of that.
Very cool. And of course, the game you just reviewed, Tiger Woo.
Tiger Woo, our man Tiger Woods, PGA Tour 2005. Which I just finished up the review for that, which is still pretty good. But it's I don't want to hack on the game here. Go read the review. You'll get the whole story there.
That's right. All of these games that we just mentioned have reviews on the site, and those are all great games. But that's not all. There are still 3 big PC RTS titles that came out this week that we mentioned at the top of the show. Those, of course, being the 3 war games: Rome Total War, Kohan 2 Kings of War, and Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War. That is two wars. That's two Warhammer
4 wars
Dawn of War. And our man Jason Ocampo has a nice head-to-head video piece. Let's take a look at it right now.
So what is war good for? Quite a bit if you're a strategy game fan this week. We have 3 big strategy games hitting the PC. Kohan 2 Kings of War, Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War, and Rome Total War. If you're a sci-fi fan, you'll most definitely want to check out Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War. Developed by the same company responsible for Homeworld and Homeworld 2, Dawn of War is an incredibly immersive and atmospheric real-time strategy game based on the popular Warhammer 40,000 miniature games. The game features 4 of the most popular Warhammer 40,000 races: the Space Marines, the Chaos Space Marines, the Eldar, and the Orcs. Dawn of War is a very fast-paced real-time strategy game, and watching the visceral combat can be a treat. You'll see huge demons tower over the battlefield, or watch as the Defiler, a huge walking tank, picks up an orc and squeezes it in its giant claws. Or you'll see infantry plunge their swords into the chests of their enemies. Needless to say, the action is very exciting. If you're looking for a fantasy-based RTS, then you should definitely check out Kohan 2 Kings of War. As its name suggests, this is the sequel to the original Kohan, one of the most innovative and exciting real-time strategy games of recent years. Kohan 2 picks up right where its predecessor left off, with streamlined gameplay and new 3D graphics. The focus in Kohan 2 is less on resource gathering and more on building up military companies and sending them into battle. Kohan's unique combat system allows you to throw waves of companies into the fight, then pull them back to your cities where they can regroup and heal. This can make for some really wild multiplayer battles, as players commit huge forces in a tug-of-war struggle for supremacy. And finally, if you're looking for a realistic, historical-based strategy game, then definitely check out Rome Total War. The third game in the Total War series, Rome Total War, is an exciting and addictive blend of turn-based and real-time strategy. You'll control a powerful Roman family as you attempt to expand the glory and power of Rome. During the turn-based campaign, you'll manage your empire, but the big new feature in Rome Total War is a beautiful new 3D graphics engine that brings the epic battles to life. You'll see thousands of 3D soldiers fight for their lives in battles that are almost cinematic in appearance at times. You really can't go wrong with any of these strategy games. The only question is finding enough time to play them. We suggest that you check out the ones that appeal to you most, and then come back for the others when you're ready.
Those are some great games right there.
That's 3 very excellent RTS games right there, all in the same week.
Greg, why are all 3 of these games coming out in the same week? Why are they doing this to us?
I have no idea, because they all think that theirs is the game that everyone wants to play, and they're right to an extent, at least when it comes to Warhammer and Rome. Kohan, unfortunately, seems like it might end up with the short end of the stick again. It's just unfortunate timing for that game, because it's really cool, but it's just coming out when there's a lot of other good stuff. So the first game is sort of this cult classic that many feel was underappreciated and didn't sell as many copies as it should have, and maybe by releasing Kohan 3 at a time during which there's less competition, that game will fare better. But here's hoping all these games get the success that they deserve, because they're all great.
You should try them out, and I believe we have demos for all 3 games available on GameSpot DLX.
Even
right
if you don't want to pay a red cent, you could still play them all and get a sample of them. So,
speaking of red, on the spot, we're known for giving away some wacky prizes, and this week is no exception. I have in my hands a Rome Total War Firebird Thunderbird emblem flag thing, which looks
Christmas
really cool.
wreath.
So if you want to win this, stick around. We're going to tell you how to win it. I don't want to give it away yet, because we're still getting good questions in, and I don't want the questions to be drowned out by people wanting to win the Thunderbird flag.
Let's hang on to that for a minute.
Yeah, okay.
So split your appetite for that, people.
Sure. Greg, how are you doing in Guilty Gear?
I'm doing pretty well at the moment. Yeah, this looks good.
There you go.
He's dead.
Slash. That means you won, right?
That does mean I won.
Excellent.
I've only lost 1 match so far.
That's very good.
That's
Out of how many?
Better than I expected. Something like 6 matches so far.
Very cool. And now, Ryan Davis, we are holding in our laps. What are these?
These are the Donkey Konga bongo drum controllers for the GameCube. These are for use most immediately with Donkey Konga, which is coming out next week for the GameCube, and then later this year it's going to be for Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, which is that crazy platformer. But we have Donkey Konga right here, and so I figured I'd show you what's up, show you how to do this.
I'm going to play too. I got my own set of bongos. Let's play some Donkey Konga.
All right, let's get this game going here.
Cool. All right. Now, the secret to Donkey Konga is that there are 2 drums and also a clap sensor.
There's a clap sensor. In the middle, there's a little microphone. It is ostensibly a clap sensor, but it also is just a loud noise sensor. So if you don't really feel like doing the full clap, you can just tap the sides of the drums, and that tends to work pretty well. In fact, in some ways, that works a little bit better because you don't have to move your hand so far. So,
okay, cool.
First pro tip. So let's see here. We'll do some 2-player battling.
We're gonna battle.
We're gonna battle.
Wonderful.
Do it out like on the street.
Okay.
So this is a little preview of the song list. There's a lot of Nintendo stuff on here. Pokemon theme, Kirby. There's Super Mario Brothers theme. There's a Zelda theme on there. But then there's also a lot of covers of pop songs. A little Queen for you.
A little Wild Thing.
A little Tone Loc for you.
A little Louie Louie.
Yeah, it's the list goes on and on. So this is a much different playlist than what was featured in the Japanese version. They definitely sort of tailored this a little bit more towards the American audience. There's some pop stuff on here. There's, as we said, the Nintendo stuff. There's also just some kid songs on it. There's a weird techno version of Bingo.
Really?
Which is like maybe a little bit creepy.
Coming to a club near you.
I think you might have to try that one out right now.
I think our first desire is to get a little Oyakoma Va
A little
going.
Santana. Let's do this.
All right. Let's.
Do I need to hit anything?
Yeah, go ahead and hit the button there.
Wonderful.
And then hit it again, and then we're good to go.
Sweet.
So the yellow ones is your left hand, and then those blue little explosions are your claps, and then the red ones are your right hand.
All right, I can handle this. We're not really battling so much as working together.
Hello, man.
Yeah.
That wasn't fair.
I know they mix it up on you.
I'm winning right now, by the way. Oh, spoke too soon. What's POW?
That's a little power up there thing for you. You got to hit that just right.
But what am I supposed to hit it with? Was I supposed to say POW? Was I supposed to? Was I supposed to punch you? What was I supposed to do?
That's therein lies the mystery.
We're probably blowing out our microphones right now. I thought
the way the song was really meant to be appreciated with bongo drums.
Are there any other modes for this game?
There are. This is pretty much how the game works. You are experiencing Donkey Konga right here. It's my experience with it so far is that it's been a pretty simple little rhythm game. But there's some appeal in just the simplicity of how it works.
Really, any sound pretty much works for those snap things.
Yeah, you pretty much just have to yell at it and it does it. You can just say clap, I think.
What's the set? What? All right.
That's both for the pink.
You are destroying me right now. Come on, song, you're killing me. This game's pretty fun.
It's actually a pretty enjoyable thing. Oh.
Now my question is the drums.
There we go.
Wonderful. The drum itself.
Yes.
I would assume they ship the drum with the game.
Yes, you can get the drum. The drum and the game do come together. I'm not sure if they're actually selling the game separately, but you can get a set of the drums separately. The game has 4-player support, so if you and all your crazy friends love bongo drums and Santana,
yeah, I love
the Pokemon theme,
and Pokemon and the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones and Devo and
right,
the B-52s and so on,
yes.
Then you can do that as well.
So, do you know how much the drum's going to be? Or?
I actually don't know what these are retailing for.
But Jungle Beat also could be a good enough reason itself to get the drums.
Honestly, I'm going to say that that's between the two games. That if one is enough, then you should probably be picking these up because Jungle Beat I think is going to be really exciting. That's the one that I'm really looking forward to for using with these because that's such just a crazy idea.
Very cool. Now, Jungle Beat, if you don't know, it won our Platformer of Show for E3. It's the game where you will use these drums to control Donkey Kong in a platformer, much like Donkey Kong Country. You'll make him run, you'll make him punch, you'll make him jump, just using these drums. We'll see how that works when it comes out. But I just noticed I just barely lost that battle right there by like 1,700 points, 1,719 points. That's semi-respectable. Thank you. I did well in school. But there's another battle that recently happened. It wasn't really a battle. We just turned it into a battle with Get On to Mike. What's Get On to Mike, right?
Get On to Mike is IDOS's upcoming rhythm game. It's kind of like Karaoke Revolution, except it's instead of singing, it's rapping. It's a bunch of new school and old school rap songs that you pick up, you get on to Mike with. And IDOS came through not too long ago and let us get a little taste of it and check out some of the old school tracks that were on there, and that was pretty cool.
Very cool. We're about getting ready to get to your questions that you're filling out on the spot page, GameSpot Complete members. I have about 30 of them right now. We're going to get to them right after this, though, because we're going to see the battle between Jeff Gerstmann and Ryan Davis throwing down on the mic.
Mid-morning rap battle.
We got My Posse's on Broadway, Sir Mix-a-Lot with Jeff, and the Humpty Dance, Digital Underground, Ryan Davis. Who comes out on top? Let's check it out right now.
My posse's on Broadway. My posse's on Broadway.
Stop what you're doing, cause I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you used to. I look funny, but yo, I make money. Seize the whole world, I hope you're ready for me. Now gather round, I'm the newest fool in town, and my sound's laid down by the underground. I'll drink up all the Hennessy you got on your shelf, so just let me introduce myself. My name is Humpty, pronounced with the umpty. Yo ladies, oh how I'd like to hump thee. And all the rappers in the top 10, please allow me to bump thee.
Me and Kid Sensation at home away from home in the black Benz limo and the cellular phone. I'm calling up my posse, it's time to get ripping. I'm freaking for your sunroof to keep you suckers tripping. Everybody's looking, if you're jealous turn around. The AMG kit keeps us closer to the ground. We're getting good grip from the 50 series tires. The Alpine's bumping, but I need the volume higher, cause the 808 hit drum make the girlies get double rolling Rainier, and the jealous wanna get some.
Tall, y'all. Just like Humpty Dumpty, you're gonna fall when the stereos pump me. I like to rhyme, I like my beats funky, I'm spunky. I like my oatmeal lumpy, I'm sick with it. Straight thanks to Mac.
Every time we do this, sucker MCs wanna battle. I'm the man they love to hate, the JRUing of Seattle. Picked up the posse on 23rd and Jackson, heading for the strip. Yes, we're looking for some action. The limo's kinda crowded, the whole crowd was leaning back. Maharaji's watching TV with two girlies on his lap. On Martin Luther King, the set looks kinda dead. We need a new street, so posse move ahead. We looking kinda swass, the crew you can't forget. The Mix-a-Lot posse cold ripping up the set.
Yeah, that's the break, y'all. Let me hear a little bit of that bass groove there. Ah, yeah. Now that I told y'all a little something about myself, let me tell y'all a little bit about this dance. Real easy to do. Check it out.
Rolling in my posse was getting kinda bored. Ain't nothing in a posse with more points scored. We don't walk around criminals or flex like gorillas. My homeboy Kid Sensation is a teenage lady killer.
Push your limp to the side like my leg was broken. Shaking and twitching kinda like I was smoking. Crazy, whack, funky. People say you look like MC Hammer on crack, Humpty. That's alright, cause I supposed to feel like a fit or a convulsion. Anyone can play this game. This is my dance, y'all. Humpty Hump's my name.
Maharaji's on the depth side, dancing like a freak. The girlie see his booty and then knees gets weak. Larry is the white guy, people think he's funny. A real estate investor who makes a lot of money.
Pumping, funkin', jumping, shake around, shaking your rump. And when they do the jump pump, like a stunt, doing the hump.
Clocking lots of dollars, we all got gold. Cruising in his bands and I got no place to go. 23rd and you the
Humpty dance, it's your chance to do the hump. That part's real tough.
My posse's on Broadway.
in the scoring of music, rhythm games, Ryan Davis, I think my 1,700-point loss pales in comparison to what we just saw, you getting challenged by 240,000 points.
I feel really bad. I feel really bad because I think that my performance was good. I feel like I was definitely, my flow was on, as they say.
So what were your impressions of Get on the Mic?
It's interesting. I'm very intrigued by it. I definitely want to get some more hands-on, or I guess mic on time with it. It seems like an interesting alternative to sort of the melody and pitch-based stuff that Karaoke Revolution did. So,
Greg?
No comment.
Let's get to the questions. All right, I have the first question right now. This one is for you, Greg. It's from looks like Mike or McKim Brown in Geneva, New York. I've heard that for Rome Total War, I've heard that you can use flaming pigs to fight against elephants. Is this really true?
Oh man, I wish Jason was here to verify that. I actually haven't seen that myself. I've heard that as well. Jason wrote the review, so he knows the ins and outs of that game. So we'll have to confirm that.
I'm pretty sure you can also. Is this a game you can fling cows and give people the plague? I'm pretty sure that's it.
You can do all kinds of really horrible things to people in that game, as far as I understand it. It seems to let you do pretty much everything except actually see ships blowing each other up. That's like the one issue we had with the game. So
that's why they call it Total War.
Very cool. Ryan
Total
Davis,
War.
give us a question.
All right, this is coming from Tommy Guns. He wants to know about the new PS2 design, which was just Sony just unveiled earlier this week. The new, smaller, thinner PS2, and he is asking, wants to know if this new design will kill the ability to add a hard drive. This is, I don't know if it kills it, but this is something that we have actually asked ourselves, because it's obviously not going to be able to slide it inside the unit.
No.
So the internal hard drive, it appears pretty much by default is no-go. We've been asking Sony this exact same question, and they haven't been very forthcoming just yet, but that's sort of where that's at. That's a good question, and one that we are asking ourselves.
All right, I have the next question. It's from Jason Ford in Charlottesville, Virginia. If you could put only one rap song on Get on the Mic, what would it be? Also, could we please see Greg sing a song? Let's let Greg answer the second question first.
Yeah. So you refer to my previous answer. I haven't even worked my way up to Karaoke Revolution yet, so I think it's going to take some.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do any live Get on the Mic stuff.
Well, what song would you put in it?
Oh, what song would I put in it? Actually, the song list that I saw, a lot of it I can't talk about just yet. But God, a lot of the songs in it are already really awesome. The one of the old school songs that they have announced that isn't in there that I would really like to see is Young MC's Bust a Move.
I was about to say, that would be my choice. That is the only song I've ever done in karaoke my entire life. I got a standing O, and then I was like, you know what, my career is over. I can't beat this. I'm done.
You dropped it.
I did drop the mic. I was like, I'll see you later.
Next question is coming from Curtis Willard in Bristol, Connecticut. He wants to know if Donkey Kong Country 3 is planned for the GBA, or if there's plans to bring a Donkey Kong platformer to the DS. No, not to our knowledge. That sounds. I would love to see that stuff, but to our knowledge, there is no plans as of yet. But as we know, Nintendo is full of surprises. The DS is coming up, and they've been making announcements like crazy lately about that thing. So
we also know Nintendo loves their franchises, and Donkey Kong's a strong one.
That's true, and we're seeing a bunch of other Donkey Kong games, so it might be on a roll at this point. So
here you go, Greg. Chris Puello from New York says, minus the ability to play on Xbox Live, is Guilty Gear X2 Reload just a rehash of the PlayStation 2's Guilty Gear X2?
No, it's not. It's actually an upgrade to that game. So it's got some new characters and some balance tweaks and things like that. So it's mostly the same. So if you do have Guilty Gear X2, then it's not necessarily worth buying this if for some reason you don't want to play online. But if you're into fighting games, why wouldn't you want to play them online? Because that's sort of that's the new frontier here, and games like this one really show off just how much more fun these types of games can be if you get to play them against other people.
Very cool.
I'm still doing pretty well here.
Yeah, you're doing all right.
Keep it going there.
Ryan Davis.
Next
one more.
question.
This is your last question. I'm going to let you do.
It's going to be my last question?
I'm going to have one more, and then I'm going to let that be your last question.
All right.
Ask that, or if you can't top that one, ask that one.
Actually, no.
If you can top that one, ask another one.
Do you think this is from Dendy in Milford, Connecticut? Lots of Connecticut representing today.
Apparently.
Do you think Nintendo will have any further use for the drums? I hate to see them only used once or twice, like the Samba de Amigo gear.
like the Super Scope 6.
Yeah, or the Super Scope 6, or the Sega CD, or okay, let's not get into
the Jaguar CD,
or the Jaguar. Okay, let's not rag anymore.
Yeah.
As far as we know right now, Jungle Beat and Donkey Konga are the only 2 games that will use the Bongo Drum controllers. It's one of those things where we're just going to have to wait and see. I wouldn't necessarily hold out on it. I wouldn't purchase the bongo drums if you are expecting more than those 2 games, because it's going to be one of those things where it will depend totally on how well all of these things perform.
Right.
So.
And Donkey Konga is a regularly priced game with the drum in itself. So if you like Donkey Konga, I mean, it's a $50 game, right? I think.
I can't speak on that.
We'll check that out. We'll answer that question for you next week. I have the last question in my right hand. I'm getting rid of all those. I have in my right hand the last question of the show, and obviously it fits in well. Marquez Stewart, Knoxville, Tennessee, I'm guessing, says, Greg, how's the headset feeling in comparison to the regular Xbox headset?
It's kind of pinching my ear a little bit.
Is it really?
A little bit.
A little bit. So you've worn it for the last half hour, and you don't recommend it. You do recommend it.
It seems pretty cool. With that said, it's also lighter. It seemed, I forgot I was wearing it. So that's a good thing, isn't it?
That is a good thing.
It seems pretty cool. You look less, I don't know, maybe a little more, not quite as conspicuous wearing it or something like that.
I'm into it just because I got a big fat head and I have a hard time fitting the standard Xbox Live headset around the back of my head. So having something just attaches to the ears.
Those things can snap too. I've seen at least a couple of those things kind of break in half from, well,
and not just in anger either. They'll just break.
A lot of good men passed away because of bad Xbox Live headsets.
I'd like to thank everyone for sending their questions. Marquez Stewart, you just reminded me that I have to give away this Firebird Rome Total War flag. So you'd send in the word. I want a full mailing address.
Full mailing address.
We can't say this enough. If you don't put a full mailing address in the GameSpot Complete form right now, you're not going to get a chance to win this. So put in your full mailing address and then type in the words bleeding ear. Send that in. First person to give me a full mailing address and the words bleeding ear will win this Rome Total War flag.
Awesome.
I think that's all the show we have for this time out. Greg and Ryan, I'd like to thank you guys for coming by.
Hey, thanks, man.
Stay tuned to GameSpot all weekend long for more TGS coverage. And as always, tune in every Thursday at 4 p.m. for On the Spot. See you next time.